We need Shogun 3 Total War. Unless you've been living under a rock, which you might considering how expensive rent is, you know that Shogun 2 is the samurai turn-based strategy game. But that came out in 2011. And the engine that Creative Assembly used to make that game is outdated. I know we all have a fond memory of Shogun 2, but it is old, and also has mechanics that just don't hold up to the test of time. Heck, some don't even work. Like, what is the threaten button? Is this literally just designed to make the AI hate you? Has anyone ever used this with success? Generals were basically just copy and paste of each other. Meanwhile, generals in CA's newer titles like Three Kingdoms Total War look and feel much more unique. In any army, certain generals will have certain skills. Some are great fighters themselves, while some would be better politicians. This is something easily done with Three Kingdoms' character system, which would make diplomacy much more interesting, as this could be heavily affected by whoever is in charge of said clan. Take Hojo Ujimasa, for example. Many of the anecdotes about him are pretty negative when it comes to resource management and general knowledge of how his economy functions. This easily could be put down as a negative, either to the income from taxes or other resources as long as he's in charge. Also, wouldn't dueling samurai generals be amazing? Three Kingdoms has it. Just think of getting to recreate the duels of Uesugi Kenshin and Takeda Shingon, or Honda Tarakatsu and Kato Kiyomasa. Also, ever notice how your daimyo is always the same guy, just with a different name? Easily something you could do in a Shogun 3 is add unique character models, which not only would be very cool, but would also make losing your generals feel that much more impactful for the player. This would also add a touch of realism that Shogun 2 kinda lacks. Now, considering this would be the third installment of the Shogun series, and it was also the game that started the Total War franchise, Creative Assembly really could and should go all out on a Shogun 3 game. And this could go a long way to mending CA's relationship with their original fan base. And if you don't know what I mean, just open up Instagram right now and check out some of those comments. Many of the fans of the historical series are pretty upset with them, and they feel like they've been pushed aside while CA focuses on their Warhammer title. How to fix it? Double, no, triple down on the realism. Now, one of the things that made Shogun 2 legendary for so many players is the fact that the characters would actually break off into duels when fighting began. We'll do that again, but now have it to where there's just much more variety in said animations. I personally would love to see a samurai captain on the field urging his Ashiguru forward, shouting orders, and well, just acting like a captain should. How amazing would it also be that when a unit breaks, to have the men stumble over each other as they try to run away? Also, try and make castles and forts realistic as well. There's literally a mod on Steam right now that's set out to do that. And if a modder can do it, a full studio should be able to do it even better. What else? How about just nerfing the katana? Now hold on, hear me out. In Shogun 2, katana samurai destroy Yari samurai. And this is so unrealistic. Polearms have massive advantages over swords. But I am not saying make sword units useless. Just make them move faster on the battlefield, making them ideal for chasing down enemies and ambushing. This would add so many possibilities that would replicate real life. All of this and much higher graphics? Yes, I know graphics aren't everything, but wouldn't even a graphical improvement be amazing? Okay, I know what some of you are thinking. Haven't we already done the Sengoku Jidai already? And so? I really don't think people will get bored of the Sengoku era ever. Plus, the DLC potential is massive. We had the Genpei War with the Rise of the Samurai DLC. And we had the Boshin War with the Fall of the Samurai. By the way, I'm actually covering that war in depth, so click at the top of the right hand of the screen if you want to know more about that. Anyways, so what DLC ideas do I have? Well, how about the Mongol invasions of Japan in the 13th century? The Ghost of Tsushima game definitely created a lot of interest for that. And imagine how cool it would be to be able to control, say, Mongol forces. Plus, it would give us the chance to still explore some of the early style of samurai units. Cause, let's be honest, the Rise of the Samurai DLC was kinda lackluster. This would give CA a chance to redo some of the things that weren't that great. Now, the last DLC idea I have, honestly could be its own standalone title. And if they went that route, I would pay full price for it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about an Imjin War DLC. 3 great cultures, China, Korea, and Japan. Incredible diversity of units, turtle ships, Japanese matchlock gunners, and elite Ming cavalry. That would be absolutely amazing. Imagine taking retribution on Japan by invading the country with China and Korea. Or what if Japan is able to drive through into Beijing? The possibilities are practically endless. And what about the hero possibilities? Li Rusong, the Ming military commander of the first wave. Kato Kiyomasa, the ruthless samurai who cut the deepest into Korea. And who could possibly forget about the Korean naval commander, Yi Sun-sin? Well, what do you think? Shogun 3, good idea or bad idea? And did I miss anything? What do you think of my DLC ideas? Let's discuss all this in the comment section down below. As always, see you next time.